Hey everybody, it's Teach Me to Dance again. I'm back in the piano room, um, working on my technique and um, just doing whatever spontaneously happens besides practice. So I thought I would share it with you so that you can see the process that goes into it. For anybody who doubted whether or not I actually practice, I really do practice. Sometimes I practice more than others. Sometimes I do work um, without warming up, which is probably not the best idea, but you know, this is behind the scenes and you can get an insider look on what goes into a lot of what comes out to be an original composition. So I do use real instruments. Sometimes I'm not going to tell my secret, but I do use real instruments. So thanks for watching, and more to come. If you haven't checked out my new music, please do so. You can find me on Reverb Nation, or you can follow me on the Facebook page, Teach Me to Dance Again, or you can follow me on my artist page, Teach Me to Dance Again, or you can just Google my name, Teach Me to Dance Again. So thanks again. This is the part where I let you hear how I train my ear and how I practice warming up and various techniques. And it's also how sometimes I generate ideas. Once I hear a note or two, sometimes it kind of takes on a life of its own in my inner ear, which is probably the best way I could describe what is happening when I'm composing a song. Sometimes I feel like I'm not really original because I'm not deliberately creating. I'm sort of mimicking what is internally happening, if that makes sense to some people. So it's almost like it's speaking to me and I'm trying to get it out and communicate what it's saying to me. So this is how I start off. I just allow myself to explore during my practice. So some of it starts evolving into parts of tunes I might use in a composition. I generally remember if I get an idea during my practice, or if I have an idea coming in that I want to try out because I heard something before in my internal ear and I want to see if I can find it, so that some of what you'll see me doing is almost like I'm looking for something on the keys, and that's exactly what's happening. I'm looking for what I'm hearing in my inner ear, where is it? And that's some of the reason that I also practice, is so that I can find it easier, because I remember where different sounds are or which things make certain sounds. So I just kind of refresh my memory on that. I'm also going to share some new work that I plan to have finished by March. All of my work always starts out from improv, so I'm not someone who sits down with a pencil and paper and decide what key and decide whatever mechanics go into what I find to be generic patterns in music. So I think to create original music, we have to be open to listening to our inner ear, and also maybe doing some things that are not traditional, because we are rigid confines for creating music. So that's pretty much the philosophy I bring, and that's why people a lot of times are surprised and have respect for what I'm doing, because it truly is original, because it comes from an original place. You can't get something original if you're just copying what you've heard before or what someone told you to do before, and you're not going to create something new by doing something again and again. What happens is you create something new by doing something different. So I think technique in terms of people might want to know if I think learning how to play the piano requires you to practice established methods. I think those methods are helpful in terms of what I'm capable of doing. I have grown as an instrumentalist because I practice, and I practice the techniques that are established to develop those skills. So if you need a certain strength, people don't realize how physical playing an instrument is. And I remember early on feeling fatigue, and there's exercises you can do to prevent yourself from being injured from repetitive movement or just in general movements that can cause a strain or other types of injuries. So those are sort of like hidden things people don't really think about or anticipate when they start pursuing music, or when they even observe music. As a fan, a lot of times they don't appreciate that part. I mean, when you see a bodybuilder, you're looking at him like, wow, look at how much weight he can lift. He's so strong. But when you look at a musician, a lot of times people don't realize how strong they have to be in order to maintain a certain posture while playing the instrument. There's really a lot of physical things going on, and the body has muscles everywhere. So whatever you're doing to make the instrument produce sound is an exercise. So exercising is definitely something, that I think people have to develop a certain level of ability with in order to be free to do whatever that inner ear might be communicating to you. So it's like dancing or other physical type activities, whether you play a sport. The players have to exercise so they can execute the plays. It's the same thing with an instrument. You need to have a level of fitness, musical fitness, ear-wise, and physically capable of making the instrument do the things that will produce the sounds that you're looking for it to do, and also preserve your body from becoming injured. Requires a level of instrumental fitness. I don't know what else to call it. So I'm going to stop talking now, and if you have listened up to this point, thank you very much. Keep listening. More to come. I was practicing the different keys, and I haven't worked it all out yet, but I'm going to share with you the whole process of me working on it from the very beginning. So if you're watching this video, you're getting to really see before I release the song in a finished form, kind of what went into the making of the song. It's very pretty. I can hear parts of it. I haven't worked out the whole thing from the beginning, middle, and end. And sometimes the reviewers critique my work, and some of them have made comments that the work isn't finished or that it's missing a certain component. Well, I hear it. I hear the feedback, but at the same time, I kind of take it in stride because I know that sometimes the entire piece and all of its elements don't come out all at once. So I consider the music I'm sharing with you an evolving process. And sometimes maybe it's the intro that develops itself first, and then over time another component will come out. But I share it as it evolves, because I don't think that we're ever really finished. We can always improve on ourselves and on anything that we do. So I am not afraid to share my music as it evolves. I know some people like to put their elements all together or force the song into a certain framework, then share it. And I think a lot of that comes from a belief system, and I believe that it's okay to be free to share your journey as you go along. So you don't have to wait in hiding until the magical moment when everything's perfect and you're going to follow a particular norm, and then you're ready for everybody else to see you. I think it's okay for people to see each other as they grow, and I think it's okay for people to appreciate a product, whether it's music or anything else, as it develops. I mean, how many times do we see different editions of something come out? Even with food, they come out with new flavors. They didn't wait until they had everything perfected and all the flavors and then release the product. They released what they had at the time, and maybe their best cracker is the third flavor. Maybe that's someone's favorite flavor, or maybe someone will say, no, it's the original cracker. That's the best one. I don't know why they came out with all these different flavors. And fairly recently, I saw some new flavors on potato chips I had never seen before. And I thought, well, gee, that's pretty interesting. The Reuben was one of the flavors, and some kind of biscuit and gravy flavor. Like I would never have thought of that, like biscuit and gravy flavored potato chips. But that's pretty much how I feel about the music. What gets released is where we are, and hopefully there isn't anyone who is going to start off in life and be in the same exact place that they started over time. So that's part of also showing growth and allowing people to appreciate the changes that come about just from the journey of life. So because I don't believe that music has to follow a specific structure, I'm never surprised. In fact, I feel validated and complimented when someone who I consider more of a traditional minded music person critiques my work and says, oh, the intro was too long, the intro was too short, or there was no see the feedback. The song didn't seem to be going anywhere. Well, sometimes the song doesn't need to go anywhere. Sometimes when people spend time together, it's not with a purpose other than to exist. So sometimes it's okay for music to just be that, music, without an intention. The intent just being that music exists in its own creative, unique form. So I think some of my best reviews or my most favorite reviews are the ones who understand that that's where I come from, that I do have a skill level vocally, and I have training, and I have other skills that I could apply in a more traditional format. I'm capable of that, but I do really appreciate the reviewers who look at my work and they understand that my work is a reflection of exactly what I'm saying and what I believe in. And I think sometimes I get negative reviews mostly because of the clash of belief systems. Some people are more rigid, that it's not right unless it's this way, or you should only have this instrument paired with that instrument. But sometimes when we hear things, we hear different sounds that were not deliberately matched together. And sometimes we can say, well, gee, I would really like it if I heard these two instruments together. Okay? Well, if I inspire that in somebody, then I think it's time for them to take it and put that together. So instead of artists being shaped into a mold, it should be the opposite, that artists are inspiring other people to grow in their ideas. So if they hear something and there's some feeling they get, or a need that they get, a motivation that they get, then I think we're doing something right. So I just, if any of the reviewers or other promoters are watching this, thank you for watching. I've been watching for quite some time. This is one of my longest videos, so I appreciate you taking the time to find out a little bit more about me. That's the reason I'm putting this together. So I think it's with that understanding, and sometimes what is popular is simply what people have been conditioned to accept. Sometimes if nothing else is available, or people are just comfortable with a particular style because that's the one that they're exposed to in the media all the time, then that's what the media is doing. That's a function of the media. I think when people have more choices and options, you're going to see more variety in what products, what types of music, what types of styles people are going to support. But if there isn't any option, then I would imagine that people are just going to continue to do what they've always done. And I don't know if that's better or not. I think there's certain things that hold true all the time. There's some absolute truths, and then there's the rest of what needs to happen so that everybody can feel valued in the world. And one way that we make each other feel valued in the world is to accept all the unique differences, not eliminate the differences and force into one state of being, but rather make all differences equal and valuable. And certainly, if there's commonalities, celebrate that, but all commonalities be equal to differences. So this song to me is a representation of the process of evolutionary change. The song itself is going to evolve as what I discover along the way in the journey changes. I may hear something that I want to contribute to this song. It may change in its final form, but there will be certain elements that make the song what it is and what it started off as. There's a core. And when I play music and when I experience music, I don't only hear one voice of instrument. I'm hearing whatever other instruments or sounds, and sometimes I will put together various instrumentation because that is what is needed to produce the sound that I heard in my inner ear. I think there's different types of artists out there, and obviously a recording artist is different from one who's not a recording artist, because you have other technical type considerations to make, and you need certain equipment that you don't need if you're just a live performer and not looking to produce recordings that are marketable. And sometimes people can be surprised about what is marketable. I know I am. Marketing and distribution is different considerations. One of the things that I hope people will come away with and when I say people, I mean mostly other artists and people who produce artists, distribute the work of artists, promote artists, is to remember not to limit the potential for other people to have a experience that is different from what they have ever experienced. And experiences are so exponentially possible, limitless, infinite possibilities. We hear that all the time. Just exponentially, those possibilities continue to be opportunities for us to connect. So I hope that you're going to follow this song. I hope to have it released by March. As I mentioned before, that these pieces I hope to have done and ready to go pretty soon. This next piece is an improv of an improv. All my work is improv, so I don't know what else to say, because it's never going to be finished, and it's always going to be evolving as new ideas develop when I hear what I previously did. One of the interesting things about all of my art, whether it's music or other types of art, is that when I'm actually sharing it and creating it, I don't hear it the same way you hear it, because I'm coming from an internal place. So some of the value of me having recordings is from my own personal feedback, because now I'm able to activate my receptive ear, which is a different type of experience. So for me to be on your side of the experience of the music is different than the side I'm actually on while I'm creating it. So even though it's obvious, if you're watching this, that I'm listening to what I'm doing, but I'm not listening to it the same way, in a receptive way, if that makes sense to anyone. So this one is going to be a part of a collection of work that is going to ever be evolving. And I'm going to end the video with this one, and I really appreciate you watching the whole thing if you get to this point and you're listening to me explain all of this. So you got a sneak peek at 2 upcoming songs in progress that will be released soon. The improv will probably be released in a few weeks. I do work, so I don't necessarily have a lot of available time to continually prepare everything for production and to release it. So just know it's coming. My target date is to have a lot of the stuff that I've shared with you in this video ready to go by March. Certainly things will probably get released prior to that. If you haven't checked me out on Facebook, please check me out. Teach Me to Dance Again. You can also check out, I have an artist page and a musician page on Facebook. Teach Me to Dance Again. Just type it in and it should come up. Like the pages and hopefully click like on some of the things that I've shared on there. The good thing about going on Facebook, even if people don't like social media so much, it's very useful, is that you can find a lot of my work in one place. New things, I post that right away. So when there's something new out there, you'll be one of the first people to access it and know about it. And some of the stuff is prior to it being distributed, so you'll have an advantage. Please share the work that I create, and also share where it comes from in terms of belief system. Share the belief of evolving and being okay with change and growth and difference. If you haven't Googled my name, you can Google Teach Me to Dance Again, and you'll find a variety of work and things that I've done. So please, if you haven't bought anything, none of this is free. My time is valuable, because obviously if I'm working and I'm not getting paid, then I still need things. I still need things to known as Who's That. Please subscribe to this video and some other videos and other types of things that I do in dance and dance concepts and choreography, fitness. All of that stuff is on YouTube. So please be so kind as to support that by subscribing to the channel and click like on as many videos as you can. There's well over 200 videos that you can enjoy and share. And again, I just can't appreciate you enough for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting my work. And just thank you for being you, just existing. So I look forward to seeing you on some of my pages and channel.